All right, everybody. So with Deadpool 2 now in the world and out there, a lot of people are talking about the way that the movie ends and those really amazing post-credit sequences. Eric actually already made a breakdown of those scenes that you should definitely go check out. But here, we're going to talk about the way that Deadpool 2's ending sets up a potential situation for the upcoming Deadpool sequels and where we think that might go. So is there a Deadpool trilogy or even more? How will Domino or Cable play into it? Let us know you guys' thoughts.
It obviously depends on how much money the movie makes.
Well, it's going to make enough money.
It's going to make enough money for at least Drew Goddard's X-Force movie, because that's what they're definitely setting up.
Good.
But I'm going to be bummed if Peter doesn't show up for just like a second. Like, can he be the guy in the chair? We set up that joke in Spider-Man Homecoming. It's the guy in the chair. Peter gets to do that, or at least he brings brownies for everybody.
Can
like
he turn into a supervillain?
I mean,
that'd be so good.
A lot of people thought he was going to be Pete Wisdom from the comics, he's not that.
No, it's so much better that he's not.
It's so much better that he's not. So he's a guy who can like shoot laser knives out of his fingers.
Yay.
I like laser knives.
I don't want that for Peter, though. I want him to be
He's better
happy.
than that.
Yeah.
His Twitter's amazing. I just want that life for him.
There's no way they're not making a Deadpool 3 also, though. Like that. I mean, I don't know if they'll make more than that, because I don't think anyone's going to play Deadpool besides Ryan Reynolds. If not, unless, I mean, for a long time, unless they introduce some sort of strange spin-off. But like, I think that they'll make 3, and they'll definitely make X-Force. So those will.
And then pivot.
And they talked about, or Ryan Reynolds mentioned that in a third Deadpool movie, if it happened, like hypothetically, that he'd want it to be smaller than this. Like, because this is big. There's a lot of people.
Lot of people.
Yeah, luckily they killed off so many characters. But talking about the characters that are still there, we still have Domino, we have Negasonic Teenage Warhead, we have Yukio now, we have Fire Fist,
favorite joke.
And that's your favorite joke?
His favorite.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite joke too.
And Colossus, and then obviously Peter. So which of these characters do we expect to definitely return?
Yukio.
Colossus.
Yukio.
Right? It feels like they were setting that up.
Honestly, I think the one that could carry and pivot, like if they were to focus on one character and like give Ryan Reynolds a break, Domino. I think there's a lot fledged out there, and I think that she could really carry the franchise.
With a lot of people like asking for more female-centric like superhero movies, Domino would be a really smart decision. Like, because you could also like you could take some of the like strong female characters you already have, like Negasonic and longest name ever, and Yukio, but you could also take in everybody else. Like we didn't even mention, but the X-Men little cameo was amazing in this movie. So you could maybe even borrow some characters from there. True. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
One of my favorite ideas that I was just sitting there in watching Deadpool 2, and I was thinking, Domino seems unstoppable. And I think that actually that'd be an interesting thing to portray in the next movie. She also, in a way, can relate to Deadpool in that she can't really die either, at least not if it's not by her own choosing, right? Like if she wants to make it out of a situation, she will every single time. So I was like, how do we actually follow that thread and figure out what is her worst case scenario so that she does maybe die? And just my Brian up in here, I have a little guy named Brian in here, like Men in Black style, and he thinks for me. But he told me in my head that I'm a bad boy. But then he also gave me
you have the same Brian as I have.
Yeah, you're never gonna make it. You're a failure. But he also told me, what about the idea of Domino set up in a situation where it actually would be better for her to die? Or a situation where it's more lucky for her to let someone she cares about a lot die.
Where the world would be better off if she died.
Or just like, if I'm either gonna die instantly or I'm gonna be a burn victim and have to suffer a lot of pain or whatever. Like there are scenarios where it'd be luckier to just die, or it'd be luckier, for instance, if it's between her and her girlfriend or boyfriend or something like that, and like it's more lucky for her for them to die. There's just ways to like make it a very dark situation for her.
You have to find her kryptonite, because that's the interesting part. Like what is it that could bring her down? And I think that's an interesting part. It becomes more
from
mental
and
emotional. But I think, finding, if there's like a dude that rocks up, it's like, hi, I'm probability. And it's like, no.
Exactly, kind of.
Well, in comics, it's usually never just like everything happens and it's good for her. It's always just at the last second. It's like, and she falls out of a car, she doesn't die, but she breaks her arm. And it's like, so it's luck, but it's not like wish granting. So
Yes.
Here
you
it
kind of
felt like it was.
Yo,
I need a
100%.
bus. Yeah.
But like you could dial it back a little bit, which wouldn't hurt this movie in any way. It's just like no, it doesn't mean everything works out. It's like I'm still gonna get hit. I'm still gonna maybe get shot, but I can still survive and I can still help people.
I can get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick about Cable, though, for those of us that read the comics, obviously Cable and Deadpool have a lot of story that could be told there. Do you guys think that's going to be in the sequels?
I wonder that the other scenario I thought, because they could do so much with that, but I also thought now they could have used this movie as a way to just introduce him into the X-Men universe now, because he is, Scott Summers' son. So it's like he could appear in, Dark Phoenix, which is done shooting, but he may have already shot scenes for that people don't know about because he's now introduced in this movie. And it would kind of make
That would
tonally,
work
unless, it would really
You'd rather him be in that situation where he fits a little better than
I think
Cable
so,
and
but
Deadpool?
that's just for me. That's like a selfish thing of
Well, he's a great character
I
in
understand.
that whole storyline, yeah.
I understand why people would want him in Deadpool movies, but like it definitely takes away from the insanity of Deadpool if Cable's there, which is maybe not a bad thing, but if people like the silliness of the movies, Cable is a downer. He is.
I like the buddy cop. I want another buddy cop thing.
Yeah.
I want you to have that, Maude.
Thank
but
you.
I just don't know.
I think
Better than
it'll
Scott
happen.
Summers' dad. Hello, son. Ooh.
Or son, yeah, but
Stop trying to have sex with Sansa.
All right, how about this? Those sound like our predictions, so let us know what you guys have as predictions for the future
Baby
of the
on the
Deadpool
way for
franchise.
Sansa. That's my prediction.
In the comments below, just fill it with ideas for Deadpool 3 and so on and so on. A reminder to subscribe to this channel because we got a lot of Deadpool coverage too. I don't know if you noticed too, we got a lot of Infinity War stuff as well somewhere around there, so check that out. Thanks, everybody.